Welcome into the pregame show. We are at Trojan Fieldhouse. I'm Steven Swanner, and I'm joined by head coach Doug Novak. And Coach, you guys come off a big win, 71-69 on the road against Lee. Coach, you guys were 15 of 28 from beyond the arc. That was good for 53.6% from the three-point line. And then, of course, Tatum Shaw set a season-high 25 points for her. Coach, I just want to give you an opportunity to kind of just debrief from that whole game.
That was an incredible college basketball game. I think that everybody that attended it just had a fantastic time. I mean, maybe not the Lee fans or the Lee team, but I think even them, even they just understood that it was an incredible battle. I mean, they played so well to coming out of the gates, and we hung in there and felt like we were maybe not executing to our best, but we were getting some decent shots that just weren't going in at that particular time, and we were able to stay in that fight long enough for the basket to get a little bit wider for us. And then obviously that second half it really did, and being able to shoot the ball from three does help things out to be able to make those shots. So while it was good execution, it's just, sometimes you make those, sometimes you don't, and we did in that game under some clutch times, and so we're able to walk out of there with a victory. But it was just a fun college basketball atmosphere where you're proud to be a part of the sport.
Yeah, and that was a huge victory, obviously, in Gulf South Conference play as well. Coach, defense has been a major strength for this team all season, not only in limiting opponent efficiency, but also in terms of defensive rebounding. Coach, how critical has that been to the overall identity of your team this year?
Well, there's an old saying about basketball or sports in general that defense wins you championships, defense travels on the road. And again, like we talked about, sometimes that ball just doesn't go in the way you want it to go in, but that defense is something that can add a little bit more consistency and stability. But we also say your fundamentals do too. And so, we worked really hard at becoming better basketball players, to not only individually, but to help the person next to you. So offensively, I think we're getting a little bit better individually, which is helping us as a team. And then defensively, it has been pretty consistent throughout. And every game is a different. It's a brand new game. I mean, even if you played them before, matchups are different. Athleticism is different. So it's a lot of unique challenges coming up.
Yeah. From a player and team development standpoint, which area of growth on this team are you most impressed with this year?
We had talked about this in the locker room. Individual skill development growth is important, but not nearly as important as the shared development and growth. And so they're finding joy in each other as you see your teammate get better. Yeah. And they know that it's a result of, if you get better, that helps me out. And so some way you'd say, like, when individual development is selfish and team is unselfish, we don't look at it like that. That's why we have it on our T-shirts, me first, for us. And that for us is in really small letters, and it's hard to get to. But that's the part where you're fighting for every day, that we're doing this for us, for you to get better, for us. And then the biggest part, and it gives you goosebumps thinking about it, the good teams that stay in there and improve over the course of the season, they truly do have joy in their teammates' success. And so they say, well, get out of your way, you're in your head, you're thinking about your missed shot. Well, yeah, that happens to everybody. How long are you going to stay there? But then the other one is, like, somebody else just had success, and I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
And so when you have that kind of synergy, that kind of chemistry, it's a fun thing to watch and be a part of.
Coach, as we wind down the season, just 4 more regular season games to play before we get into the postseason, what is one of the biggest areas of improvement that you want to see from your team through these last 4 regular season contests?
Just continue the growth and the joy, and appreciate and be grateful for the opportunities that they've earned. You earn right. You earn the right to play in big games. Yeah. And we should be grateful for those opportunities. Win or lose them, but we should be. And I do feel that gratefulness and that joy. And we want to keep on growing that. You got to fight for that every day. Every day you wake up, I feel a little bit better today, and I feel a little bit worse today. And yeah. So we're not thermometers where we just tell you how we feel. We're thermostats, we can adjust.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel it today, so I got to adjust something else to get this thing up. And I think we've done a really good job of playing more like a thermostat than a thermometer, just showing you our emotions.
Absolutely. Coach, one final note just about today's game as we take on Mississippi College. Uh, Tell us a little bit about sort of the preview of the matchup between these two teams.
Yeah, Mississippi College is a unique team, and they played some of the best teams in our league very close and beaten some of them as well. And they've laid some eggs on some too. Like the last time we played them, I don't feel like we got their best effort. They play a unique style, and they may throw out, a press, just a random press, and they're trapping all over the floor, and then may not press again. They may be out in the passing lanes. They may be packed. I mean, it's really a hodgepodge of different ways to surprise and change. So, that some programs go by surprise and change, and other ones are more trying to play consistent percentages, which just makes the game fun. Different types of styles. So it's a unique challenge. Sometimes you can say like, hey, watch out for this coming into this game where this passing angle is going to be open. You can't really say that with them because there's not consistent passing angles, and so you just got to read the floor. And if someone's in line with you, as for our normal consistent space, you might have to second cut that one. Don't just throw it because it should be open.
Well, Coach, as usual, we can't wait to see what you put together for this game, and we appreciate the time. It is Trevecca women's basketball playing against Mississippi College. That's coming up next on Flow College.